The eagle-eyed among you may notice that the setup in here is a little bit different. And maybe you've seen my social media posts and you know that some updates have been made recently. And maybe you're expecting this week's video will be about one of those updates because, you know, there's a fancy new desk in here and a fancy new computer and a fancy new computer screen. It's all very fancy. You will get that video, don't worry. There is going to be an update video. Hopefully before the end of the year, I will do a little studio update video. Not the point though. The point is that actually for this video, I wanted to do something a bit different. I've been doing a lot of techie stuff lately. And especially I've been doing a lot of the boring techie stuff of installing programs. So I kind of just wanted to take a bit of a break from doing anything techie related and go back to something very old school, my roots. We're going to do something a little low tech in this video. Hi guys, it's Emma, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to the chaos. I do all things music related on this channel, from putting up covers and show reels and that type of thing, so that I can show people what I'm like if they want to hire me for any roles. But my main form of content is songwriting and production related content. A lot of the videos I've put up recently have been very much more tech and production focused. Today's video is much more old school, how I did music as a kid kind of thing, because today we're going to do a little bit of songwriting, but most importantly, we're literally going to go back to my roots, i.e. we're going to pull out songs that I attempted to write as a child, and look at how bad they were. Because as I was doing the refurb in here recently, when I went through and I got rid of the old desks and stuff that were in here, I had to go through all the drawers, and that meant going through a lot of crap that had just been shoved in this room, because that's what you do, isn't it? You just shove things in drawers. Like, don't know where I'm going to put this diploma I got from university. It's going to go in a drawer somewhere. But one of the things I did find in there was this little gem, which is a folder with a collection of songs that I wrote as a teenager in it. I'm pretty sure they're all from when I was in my teens, because they have chords applied to them, a lot of them. And if it had chords applied to it, that meant that I had already started learning guitar, which means I was around the age of 11, 12 years old. Between that and I'd say when I was 16 is when these were written. And I had a little flick through it and I thought, you know what would be a fun video? To go through this and tear myself to shreds about how bad and angsty most of this is. But also to go through and see if we can find one. And I have actually picked one out for this video already, because, you know, I'm going to prep in advance. I'm not going to run the risk going through these and being actually, guys, these are all crap. None of them are redeemable. We can't do anything else for this video. Isn't this a boring video? Basically just me laughing at teenage self. Haha, that's not a good video. So I have picked one out of here already that I think actually there was potential to that song, you know, and it never got finished. So we're gonna rewrite that in this video. So in this video itself, I'm just gonna do a bit of a rewrite, try and get at least a verse chorus, maybe a little bit extra, see what we have at the end of the, like, 30 minutes I'm giving myself to do this. And then for my buy me a coffee people, what I will do is I will do a little recording of what I come up with and put up a little full rewrite of the song on there for you guys to see. If you would like to check out my buy me a coffee membership, it is linked in the description below. Anyway, first things first, let's go through the old songs and make fun of teenage me. This one on the top here, I literally don't even remember, and it's just so not me. It's called Maids to the Bride. I went through a phase of trying to write a musical. I didn't even really like musicals that much. Like, I wasn't a big fan of any actual real life musicals. For some reason, I really liked the idea of trying to write a musical, and so I kept writing songs that were related to writing a musical. And I think this was maybe for something like that. That's the only explanation I can come up with, because I, from a young age, was very much, I'm never getting married. So I don't know why I would ever write something bride related at all. This one's a doozy, right? Death's Rainbow. That's what it's called. And it's in a major key. Depressing song in a major key. That's something that's never changed about me. I do like to write really sad lyrics over really happy chords. How to be happy, I'm looking at you. The main lyric of the chorus is, we're all waiting on death's rainbow. And you know what? That's not that bad a lyric, but it is very angsty. We're all waiting on death's rainbow, even though we don't know. If there's a pot of gold at the end, doesn't this seem silly, my friend? I mean, that's just bad. Oh, this one's too angsty and too, yeah, we can't read that one. We'll just put that over there. This is the one we're going to revisit in today's video, Pennies in the Wishing Well. So I'll look again at that one in a sec. This one's been crossed out, so obviously even teenage me was not impressed with this. See, I don't know why I've crossed this one out, because this one actually has themes as well that I want to revisit. We've got one called Yesterdays here. Yesterday, we were dreaming of today, wishing all the yesterdays away. That's not bad. I could take that and rewrite that as well, actually. Because then later in the song I was going to have it go, now I wish that yesterday I'd spent less time dreaming of today. Now I'm wishing all my yesterdays were back again. A bit clumsy that, but like I could revisit that one, definitely. So many of them have just, I've put massive crosses through them. I obviously wasn't impressed with them. Okay, that's all of them. There isn't actually that much to make fun of and enjoy funny in there because a lot of them were actually just too depressing to even read on camera. Songwriting was a massive outlet for me, so a lot of my teenage songs are just pure rage. There are others out there somewhere. I need to find my other books maybe and go through them because there's more than these, definitely. But this one actually has some potential. This one's called Pennies in the Wishing Well. I think I actually remember somewhat how this goes, even though like this is literally over 10 years old, this song, I'd say. I actually do like that chord progression. I was obsessed with chords like this as well. I loved this C chord. I watch her cry, wipe the tears away. I watch her lie, tell her mom she's okay, and it kills me, no, but I know she'll make it through, though she'll cry. It's not good, that. I was really trying, I think, to make the verses sound really mellow and sad. But that actually doesn't sound that sad. Like, the E minor is sad, but the rest of it is just sort of mellow. And then I wanted the contrast of going to the E major in the... It literally goes from the E minor to the E major. And I don't think that really works. I think that was not a good move. I think I needed something... to bring us actually to that major. But I like the ideas I had in this song. Like, there are some good lyrics, and like I like that last portion of the chorus. When she blows out the candles on her birthday cake, I'll cast that magic spell. I know exactly what wish she'll make, throwing pennies in the wishing well. I think that works really well. So my first thought was basically that the first thing I needed to do was change up the chords in this. But I needed to find a better way to do that really isn't working. So I have actually written down a few chord ideas I had that I think are going to work better. And I think it's actually going to be better if it's an F sharp there to a B minor. I think a B minor being used in this more is going to work more. So an idea I sort of had was she blows out the candles on her birthday cake, cast that magic spell. So we still got that E major there. That was the original one, was cast that magic spell. But I think it'll actually work better if it's when she blows out the candles on her birthday cake, cast that magic spell. I know exactly what wish she'll make, throwing pennies in the wishing well. I think that's going to be better because that gives us a nicer melody there that really shifts and changes. Pennies in the wishing well. That's really satisfying because we're going 5-1. I think that is what it would be, wasn't it? Yeah, because it is in... Is that, yeah, it's going to be in B minor. So that would be the major 5 to the 1, which is why that sounds so nice and satisfying. Makes sense. When she blows out the candles on her birthday cake, cast that magic spell. I think that melody's a bit too unoriginal though. That's sounding too familiar, so we need to change that up a bit. It'd be easier to get the melodies exact once I have the first half of that chorus, because that's what we really need to work on. I want to keep similar ideas. So originally we had, I know exactly what she'll do when she sees that star's light. I want to bring that in, I think. So I think I still want to end on night and light, I think, or do I? Yeah, I want the idea of alone at night. This is a person who wants to change their life, who's making wishes about changing their life, so they're not happy with their life, and crying at night is, like, a bit too strong. I want that sort of feeling without being too outright about it. I know what's running through her head when she's all alone at night. And I know exactly what she said when she saw that star's light. When she blows out the candles on her birthday cake or casts that magic spell. I know exactly what wish she'll make, throwing pennies in the wishing well. Close. The melodies aren't quite hitting for me though, because they're a bit too obvious, so I'm gonna... But I know what's running through her head when she's all alone at night. And I know exactly what she said when she saw that star's light. And I know when she blows out the candle. Yeah, that's gonna work, isn't it? And she blows out the candles on her birthday cake or casts that magic spell. I know exactly what wish she'll make, throwing pennies in the wishing well. Our verses are gonna be on that B minor as well, aren't they? I think we're gonna stick with some of the lines in this. I watch her cry. I don't think going to the A is going to work there though. I want something more ambiguous, so ambiguity. We want a sus chord, a suspended chord. I feel like that one's going to work. I watch her cry and wipe the tears away. I watch her lie. Not tell her mum, that's a bit too... Tell everyone she's okay. And I know, and I know, and I know. Nah, I want to go to the G, don't I? And I know. And it kills me to know that she's just counting the days. What a waste. 'Cause I know, and I watch her lie. Tell everyone she's okay. Ooh, I like that better, don't you? Going to the... Yeah, let's do that. I watch her cry, wipe the tears away. I watch her lie, tell everyone she's okay. And it kills me to know she's just counting the days. What a waste. When she blows out the candles on her birthday cake or casts that magic spell. I know exactly what she'll make, throwing pennies in the wishing well. That just needs some more parts to it now, but that's much more, that's something I can actually build on and start with as opposed to what we had before. I like revisiting old songs, and it's not something I spend enough time doing, I think. I think we're all guilty of, you know, coming up with ideas, coming up with a first sort of draft of it not really working, giving up, going on to the next project sometimes. But I really like to go back through and see ideas that I had in the past that I maybe did a first run at. The idea was good, but the execution was bad, you know? I think the idea of this song, Pennies in the Wishing Well, was one I quite like. I do think it's a good idea that there's something to build on there. It's just the execution was terrible. So I guess I would encourage everybody at the end of this video, go back through your songbooks, guys. Find something you either didn't successfully execute the first time or just didn't finish. And work on that today. You know, go back through and revisit an old idea and try and give it another go. You never know, you might screw it up again and make something equally terrible. Or you might come up with something that you kind of like that, you know, maybe tomorrow I'll revisit this and I'll hate it and I'll change it all over again. That is all for today's video, so I shall simply say, as I usually do, if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see other similar content and other musical content, then you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button. But obviously that's a big commitment, so do feel free to watch some of the other videos on my channel before you decide, because once you subscribe, you can't unsubscribe. It's just rude. It's rude. You're also welcome to follow me on all of my socials, and like I said, if you want to check out my Buy Me a Coffee membership and you haven't checked it out before, that is also linked in the description as well, where you'll get access to exclusive content like this little ditty. That is all from me for now, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye! 'Cause I know what's going on.